Hi ladies and gentlemen. Now I want to start a new series. I'm really excited about it. It's a delicious food for two people under 10 minutes and most probably under $10. Because it's very global and food is priced different way in different parts of the world. I cannot promise all the time $10, but the aim is that so. And today I want to start with some kind of a pide, which blinks an eye to İzmir Kumru, where they have this like delicious sandwiches with a lot of goodness. But we're gonna do it with a stale bread in the oven. And together with that, I'm going to have, we can call it a fashionable meringue, which is gonna be very fancy looking and very easy to make. Now, it's the challenge time. So, this is 10 minutes, 15 seconds. I'm gonna press start and put it back here. Hands are washed and start. This is stale bread. I don't know if in your bakeries in the world, stale breads are sold. In Turkey, an ordinary bread is 6 liras and the stale bread is half the price. For this recipe, stale bread is great. What we're gonna do, I cut the bread from the top. You can use some kind of baguette if you like.
Tapona in Spain, like ciabatta.
Yeah, all those would do. I take these parts away, eat some, so good. And the leftovers can be dried in the oven and become a breadcrumb. Then I have tomato puree, about 3.5 tablespoons of tomato puree. If you have tomato paste, you can add some water and use it as well. Because this is stale and kind of hard, it softens a bit. Then we have sucuk. This is 100 grams. I'm going to thinly slice it so that in every bite we get the taste of the sucuk. Instead of sucuk, you can use chorizos. Instead of putting them like this, I'm going to put them like that so that the air can go around and bake them. And then some salami. Salami with pistachios is one of our favorites in this. And this also blinks an eye to what they do in İzmir. If you don't like this much of processed meat, you don't need to use it. It just increases flavor. You can use mushrooms, you can use different kinds of goodness. As a vegetarian, olives would be really nice to increase the flavor. Black olives carry umami in it. And then we have green peppers. Normally I would take away the seeds. Now we are not throwing away anything that is edible, so they are also gonna get in. I cut this in half. This also gets in like this, like we increase the dimension. And then cheese. Some string cheese. This is called dil peyniri. You can use kaşar, any cheese that can melt. Mozzarella would do. Finally, some tomato puree and some sesames. Sesames increases the flavor a lot like this. And voila. Now, this is gonna go to the bottom rack, 200 degrees for about 5 minutes at the bottom, and then 2 to 3 minutes at the highest rack. Now, I'm gonna clean here first. Yes, and then we have these beautiful meringues, and I have bitter chocolate here. It's about 180 grams. I'm going to melt these here. Well, they're melting slowly. It's in bain-marie, hot water at the bottom for the vapor. It's gonna melt. Now I'm going to prepare a sauce, which consists of 4 ingredients. First of all, we call this labne cheese, but you can use Philadelphia. Some fresh cheese would do, because labne in Turkey is kind of a little different from what we have in the world. In the world, labne is more like a yogurt thing. This is 200 grams. To this, I'm going to add a bit of hazelnut syrup. This gives a nice flavor. And a tablespoon of powdered sugar and a tablespoon of Turkish coffee. If you cannot find Turkish coffee, you can make some espresso with little water, like half the water it needs, and then add to the mixture. That would also do. So we make this mixture like this. It has the sourness, it has the sweetness. This is also sweet, so we don't want it to be really, really sweet. And Turkish coffee, because it's very thinly grinded, you can use it as an ingredient. So everything is almost ready. Now, when we look at the chocolate, our chocolate is almost melted away. I'm going to turn it off. This is almost done. I'm going to put a bit of milk to make it softer. Look at the consistency and decide accordingly. If it's too thick, do that. It has to be a little runny, a little softer than mayonnaise. Okay, now everything is ready. Now, I'm going to put some meringues here. This is about 120 grams. A bit of the sauce here. And then some chocolate, like this. And then I'm going to put some pomegranates, like this. Normally, we wouldn't directly do this on top of the dessert, but to be fast, we do this. We continued adding a little less meringues and some sauce. These become like little diamonds, actually. In summer, you can do this from strawberries, and it's all done.
Time is up.
Stop. Okay, let's see this in the oven. It stayed here a little more than 5 minutes, but I want to show you the bottom. Like this. Can you hear the sound? Now, I'm going to put this to the highest rack for about a minute until I clean all this up, but 10 minutes is over. Da-da-da-dam. My weird looking peppers are here. Now, this is a gorgeous looking pide. It's another way of making pide actually. One day we can do that as well. To this, final additions, some oregano, and then in Turkey we love our pickles. Different from German culture, our pickles are purely sour. We don't have sugar in them, and it's very good for the digestive system as well. So eating anything like this with some pickles is really great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dice some for the top, like this. Now, this is gonna have some reaction, I know, but kumru is eaten that way. And compared to any fast food that we eat outside, this is relatively more healthy. We put a bit of ketchup and then some mayo. Okay, this is for the fun days, kind of. A bit of more sesame. And on the side, nothing fancy is needed. A bit of salt to the rockets and a bit of olive oil. That's it. Making sure that each leaf has the share of the beautiful olive oil, like that.
Very good.
This is the new olive oil and it smells so good. Okay, we have the kumru pide and we have our beautiful dessert here, all in around now 10 minutes. Are we ready? Now.
Who's your plus one to eat that?
Who do you think would come for such a thing? Look at this. It's filled with ingredients, filled with a lot of taste.
And the crunch, let's hear the crunch.
It's a feast. It's really important for the bottom to change color, as you can see here, which creates the crunch and gives the pide-like feeling.
Of course, you can change ingredients as you wish, but this is heaven.
Okay, now there's the sweetness, there's kind of the sourness from the cheese and also from the pomegranate. So here it comes. We forgot how big your mouth was.
Beautiful. I forgot how delicious this was. How can something be this easy and this delicious? I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow. And the pomegranate seeds that explode in your mouth.
Yeah, like small diamonds.
Beautiful.
The hazelnut makes a great balance. It's sold also in small bottles as well. You can find it from the internet. If you cannot find it, you can use vanilla. Not the same,
No,
but
never.
Or maybe they can ask to Starbucks. Maybe they give just
a palm, yeah, or something.
One thing.
Yeah.
I wonder your combos for this pide.
Ah.
What would you do it with? And to the best combo, we're giving you a knife.
Oh,
Stoktan var mı bilmiyorum.
maybe we can write their name as well,
As
like
well.
this. Here, yes. If you are lazy and won't write your combos but want a knife, you can buy it from Etsy.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's another option.
Take care. Bye bye.